Now, let me tell you about the difference between the other stories and the Anita story. Anita the beekeeper. A story usually has characters, settings, and a series of events that takes us through the problem and its situation. Other stories, like for example, we have learned many stories. Isn't suppose you are learning a comic book. What you learn, what you read about in comic book? Do you remember what you read? What you read in comic book? You read in comic book different situations, characters, isn't it? And a series of problems and solutions. One hero will be there, the hero will be under the problem or heroine under the problem. What you do is you try to learn all this, you read all the situations, and along with this situation you will also read how they came out of that problems. That is the difference between the biography and the stories. In the Anita the beekeeper also has characters like Anita, her parents and villagers. It is set in the village in Bihar. It describes a series of events in the main character's life. The problems she faced and how she solved or overcame them. Okay. Then it is set in a village in Bihar. Like how you, in other stories, how you read about the character, you will also read here about Anita and her place where she is. Okay, and she tries to solve her problem, and she will even she will overcome of the problem which she has faced, isn't it? Yes. Now, how does Anita the beekeeper look different from the other stories you have read so far? What are the text the features of a biography? Now, I told you the similarities. Now, you tell me the difference. Very easy. What are the difference between Anita's story and other stories? The other stories that we have read have images that have been drawn. Okay, maybe like so. Now the differences I am trying to explain you. If you see the Anita's stories book, take out your content book. See page number 41. Can you see? This is real life picture, isn't it? Now turn your page. You can see her picture. This is again real story, isn't it? Real life picture. Now this you can see. Again this is real life picture, isn't it? Turn your page again. What is this? Real life picture, isn't it? Now turn next pages. What type of pictures are they? They are, what type of picture is this? Animated, isn't it? Animated pictures. See this? Animated picture. So with this, what you will conclude? Why did I show these pictures? Huh? Why did I show this picture? Just to make you the difference between the picture of Anita's lesson and other lessons. It is real life and other animated pictures. So you can conclude that it is a real story. What it is? It is a real story about a person. Okay, the other stories that we have read have images that have been drawn, isn't it? And then this story has real photographs and headings. Below the photographs it has headings that tells us what each section of the story is about, isn't it? Yes. Now, for what purpose do you think that the stories Rikki Tikki Tavi and the statue were written? Why do you think Anita the beekeeper was written? Why are biographies are written? Just you think of Rikki Tikki Tavi, the statue, and Anita's story. Why it is written according to you? Pause the video and try to think over. Both Rikki Tikki Tavi and statue describe an experience. What it describe? Describe is nothing but explain. It explain us about what? Yes, it explains us all about experience, and therefore are written to entertain reader. Why it is written Rikki Tikki Tavi and statue? To entertain you and me, because we are reading it. Okay, and Anita the beekeeper informed us about the struggle events of a real girl. Okay, the difference between Rikki Tikki Tavi, the statue, and the Anita is that is to entertain, this is to describe her experience and events. Such a story inspires us to be brave and to battle our problems confidently. The purpose of writing a biography is to inform readers about the lives of great people. Why biographies are written? In order to inform all the readers about the great people. Okay. Now biography of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Why do we have? In order to get information from the biography of life of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Okay. And then what are fiction and non-fiction? How do we differentiate between fiction and non-fiction? Do you able to do it this time? Yes. You can do it by showing this on the picture. What is that? Fiction, the differences is fiction hasn't happened, whereas non-fiction is a fact and it has true. Okay, whereas biography is the events and important events described about the great personalities. Those are called as biography. Okay? Yes. Then characters, you can also read here characters, settings and the problems and its solution. In the fiction and non-fiction you can find this. Okay. Then into which category do biographies fall? Whether it is fiction or non-fiction. What about folk tales, fables, fairy tales, persuasive essays and biographies? What all about? Biographies, autobiographies, persuasive essay fall into the category of non-fiction text due to their purpose, features and the way they are organized. Okay. Folks, fables and fairy tales fall into the category of fiction, isn't it? Fiction because tales. You are reading about the Jungle Book. It is fiction. Okay. If you are reading about any other like Aladdin, a book, if you are reading about it, that is again fiction. It is not non-fiction because it is imaginary. You cannot find any Aladdin lamp where you can rub, you will get one big jinn so that he will do all your work. It's not happening. Okay, it is just imaginary. So, fables and fairy tales comes under fiction. Okay. How does knowing the genre of the text help us read and understand the text better? We know about the text purpose by looking at its features and the way it is organized. If it is a story with drawings, there is a chance that the character and the plot are not real. Therefore, the story is meant to be read for entertainment. If the text is organized in informal paragraphs and has tables, maps, diagrams, photographs and captions, we know that it is non-fiction text. I am repeating once again. If the text is organized in informal informational paragraphs and has tables, maps, diagrams, paragraphs and photographs, captions, those are all non-fictions. Why? Because it depends on facts and true information. Because of that reason, you can find different kinds of graph, maps in order to prove that. Okay. Now, let us proceed towards the next. It could either be written to inform, persuade or both. Therefore, we read to find out what the text is trying to inform or persuade us about. Not all non-fiction texts have these features. However, some only contain written words. In this case, we need to read the content of the text in order to decide if it is fiction or non-fiction. Not only this important features, if we read also, we will come to know whether it is fiction or non-fiction. Okay, this is all about today's section. Now let us take your homework.